In every relationship you're in, there's one person quietly keeping the emotional temperature just right. And somehow it is always you. You are the one who notices the mood shift first, who smooths the awkward silence, who remembers what might upset whom and steers around it. You track everyone's feelings like a job you never applied for. Their comfort is your responsibility, running in the background of your whole day. If someone is off, you feel it before they say a word, and you are already working out how to fix it before they even ask. If you are the emotional manager of every relationship in your life, and you are quietly tired of it, this video is for you. Because from the outside, it can look like control. People might call you a fixer, a worrier, someone who cannot just let things be. But this is not you needing to control everyone. It is a role you learned so early and so well that it stopped feeling like a role at all. Psychologists have a name for the work you are doing. Emotional labor. The effort of managing feelings, yours and everyone else's, to keep things smooth. Some emotional labor is normal and kind. We all soften our tone, read the room, comfort a friend. That is just being human together. But there is a difference between sharing that work and carrying all of it alone for everyone all the time without anyone noticing you are. Here is the reversal. You did not become the manager because you were controlling. You became it because at some point someone had to be. And that someone was usually a child, reading a parent's mood, keeping the peace, sensing when the house was about to tip and quietly steadying it. If you grew up somewhere the emotional weather was unstable, you may have learned to forecast it, because forecasting it was how you stayed safe. You became the family's thermostat. When the temperature rose, you cooled it. When someone went cold, you warmed the room back up. A child in that role learned something powerful and heavy at once. That other people's feelings are the most important thing in any room. More important often than their own, because a child managing the household cannot also afford to have big needs of their own. There is no room, so you got very good at one half of relationships, the giving, the tending, the managing, and strangely underdeveloped at the other half. The other half is being managed for, being noticed, being the one whose mood someone else quietly tracks and gently takes care of. This is where a second pattern sneaks in, and it has a name too. Self-silencing. The habit of hiding your own needs to keep a relationship smooth. You do not mention that you are tired. You do not say the thing that might cause friction. You manage your own feelings down so no one else has to. And on the surface, it works. You are easy to be around. Low maintenance, the reliable one, the person nobody ever has to worry about. But being the person nobody worries about has a cost that takes years to feel, and once you feel it, it is hard to unfeel. Here is the shadow side. When you manage everyone's emotions, you slowly train the people around you to expect it and to stop offering it back. They learn that you will handle the mood, that you do not really need tending, that your calm is just who you are, not a service you are performing. So they relax into being cared for, and you stay on shift, and the imbalance becomes invisible because it looks exactly like your personality. Then one day you are exhausted in a way sleep does not touch, and resentful in a way that scares you, and you cannot even say why. The why is simple. You have been doing 2 jobs in every relationship yours, and the emotional upkeep in only one of them was ever supposed to be yours. There is a lonelier layer still. The emotional manager is surrounded by people and rarely feels held because holding is the one thing they never let happen. You are so busy being the safe place that no one thinks to be one for you. And you have gotten so good at hiding the need that no one sees it. Managing can also quietly become control even when you do not mean it to. If you always fix the feelings, others never learn to sit with their own. So let me draw the line that matters. Caring for people is beautiful, and this is not about caring less at all. There's a difference between caring for someone and being responsible for them. Between being kind and being on call for everyone's emotions always. Caring says, I am here if you need me. Managing says your feelings are my job, and if you are unhappy, I have failed, and I must fix it now. One is love with an open hand. The other is love with a clipboard, forever checking whether everyone around you is okay enough. And here is the freeing part. You are allowed to put the clipboard down. Other adults can hold their own feelings. That is not neglect, it is respect. When you stop managing someone's every mood, you are not abandoning them. You are trusting them to be a whole person, which they are. The relationships that are real will survive you having needs. In fact, they will get closer because now the other person gets to give too. So how do you set the clipboard down? It starts small, and it starts with something that will feel deeply uncomfortable at first. Letting a silence be. The next time the room goes a little awkward, you do not rush to fix it. You let it sit. You discover that you do not actually have to catch it. Then you practice the harder thing, saying a need out loud. I had a hard day. Can you check in with me for a change? Small words. Enormous shift. It will feel like too much. It is not too much. It is the amount other people ask